Are you looking for the best monitor size for gaming? In this video, we will look at some of the best monitor sizes for gaming on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. With industry-leading 360Hz variable refresh rate and blazing fast 0.5 milliseconds GTG, gray-to-gray, response time, you'll experience unbelievably smooth gameplay while being able to view fast-moving graphics with incredible clarity for a quicker in-game reaction time. AMD FreeSync Premium Technology and VESA Adaptive Sync Display certification let you experience stutter-free, tear-free gaming and crystal-clear graphics, even during action-packed sequences. And with its fast IPS panel, sRGB 99% color coverage and support for HDR content playback, you're guaranteed consistent, vivid colors across a wide viewing angle for immersive, lifelike visuals. For those aspiring to triumph at the highest levels of gaming competition, look no further. The all-new base has been redesigned after listening to feedback from pro gamers. The result is our revamped Legend 2.0 design, now featuring a hexagonal base for an optimized footprint and free and easy movement of the mouse and keyboard for the ideal esports setup. The new integrated retractable headset hanger keeps your headset off the desk and out of the way when not in use. ComfortView is a TUV Rheinland certified software-enabled low blue light solution that optimizes eye comfort by reducing blue light emission for long hours of comfortable viewing sessions. For customized comfort, the fully adjustable stand with height markers features swivel, pivot, height and tilt adjustments. A revamped OSD layout with centralized joystick allows for easy navigation of the monitor's settings and features. Among these features is the all-new Alien Vision, 4 custom hardware-based overlays designed to enhance your visual experience in real time based on actual gameplay. Number 2. The Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27A QDM is a 27-inch 1440p gaming monitor. Along with the Corsair Xeneon 27QHD240, it's the main competitor to the LG 27GR95QEB, as all three monitors use the same OLED panel with a 240Hz refresh rate. It features FreeSync Variable Refresh Rate (VRR) support with G-Sync compatibility, so it can reduce screen tearing with any type of graphics card. However, because it's limited to HDMI 2.0 bandwidth, HDMI 2.1 sources, like current-gen gaming consoles, can't make full use of the monitor. It's advertised to use heatsink technology that's supposed to make the screen brighter than other monitors with the same panel, and it has features to help reduce the risk of permanent burn-in, like pixel cleaning and screen move options. We originally tested this monitor with firmware MCM102, as we couldn't update to any of the newer firmware, MCM103 or MCM104. We tried 4 different PCs, with Windows 10 and 11, and couldn't update the firmware using the Asus installer. We looked into why none of those PCs worked, but we couldn't find anything unusual. Other people have noticed this online, as you can read more about it here and here. This issue is caused by the firmware installer not working with certain PCs, but we couldn't find any common aspects about the configurations of the first 4 PCs we tried that would explain this problem. Because it's an issue related to the installer, we would have experienced the same thing even with another unit of this monitor. Finally, we could update the firmware with a 5th PC, a basic desktop PC with Windows 11. However, on July 11, 2023, Asus released an updated version of firmware MCM104 that you can install via USB. If you're having trouble updating the firmware with the installer, you can try updating it with a USB instead. The new firmware fixes issues with the HDR brightness, HDR color gamut, and input lag, which we have reached. The unit was manufactured in February 2023, you can see the label here. These results are with firmware MCM104, as there are some HDR issues with firmware MCM102, so if you experience issues in HDR, try updating to the latest firmware. Number 3. The debate between speed and resolution in gaming monitors is a matter of perspective. If you play fast-paced shooters or esports games, additional speed will give you a competitive advantage. High frame rates mean the picture will stay sharp when objects and backgrounds move quickly. But high resolution and pixel density are better choices if you like to take in the view and explore the virtual environment. Many players want 4K simply because the latest consoles support it. But that comes with a hit to frame rates. The fastest and best 4K gaming monitors have been limited to 144 Hz or slightly higher with overclocking. Until now, Samsung has just raised the bar with a 240Hz 4K monitor, the first I've ever tested. The Odyssey Neo G8 is a 32-inch VA panel with a 1000R curve, HDR, adaptive sync, a 1196 zone dimming mini LED backlight and 2000 nits peak in HDR mode. This monitor checks all the right boxes that should put it squarely in contention as one of the best 4K gaming monitors. Take it all in because there's a lot to see here. The G8 is one of the very few 4K VA panels. VA provides more contrast than IPS, but that's not all. The backlight is a mini LED with 1196 dimming zones and a quantum dot film. That means even greater contrast and a wide color gamut, almost 90% coverage of DCI-P3 according to my instruments. And the peak output for HDR content is 2000 nits. The G8 is the first monitor I've seen that includes HDR10+, which is an extension of the HDR10 standard that is backward compatible and includes dynamic metadata. Dolby Vision shares that ability. Dynamic metadata means the content can detect the capability of an individual display and adjust its HDR tone map to match. It guarantees there will be no clipping of highlight detail. Like any HDR standard, you need compatible content to take advantage. HDR10+ is still an emerging spec. Number 4. The Dell Alienware AW3423DW is the first QD OLED monitor. QD OLED is a new technology that aims to combine the strengths of OLED and quantum dot displays to produce perfect black levels with a wider range of colors that get brighter compared to standard OLED displays. It's the same technology that the Samsung S9 5B OLED TV uses. It's an ultra-wide gaming monitor with native G-Sync variable refresh rate (VRR) support, and FreeSync also works. Although OLEDs risk permanent burn-in when exposed to the same static elements over time, the monitor has a few settings to reduce the issue, and Dell also offers a 3-year replacement warranty against burn-in. We tested the Dell AW3423DW, which is a new monitor in Dell's lineup. It replaces the Dell Alienware AW3420DW, but it's a completely different monitor, so it's not a true successor. There's a variant of this monitor known as the Dell Alienware AW3423DWF. It uses the same panel but supports FreeSync Premium Pro variable refresh rate technology instead of G-Sync Ultimate, has a different selection of inputs, and features a console mode for better compatibility with the PS5. The Dell AW3423DW is an excellent ultra-wide gaming monitor that delivers better picture quality than LED backlit monitors. It has incredible motion handling, and HDR games look fantastic thanks to the small highlights that pop. However, it's best to use it in a dark room to get those perfect black levels OLEDs are known for as the black levels rise in bright rooms. While it's better than most monitors for gaming, it also has some limitations for desktop use, like the problems with text clarity and the automatic brightness limiter in HDR. If you want this only for gaming, it's an excellent choice, but don't use it as a primary display for general desktop use. The LG 45GR95QEB and the Dell Alienware AW3423DW are both fantastic ultra-wide OLED gaming monitors, but they have a few differences. The Dell delivers better overall picture quality thanks to its QD OLED panel that displays brighter highlights. It also has a smaller 34-inch screen and better image clarity thanks to its increased pixel density. However, the LG has a higher 240Hz refresh rate, making it ideal for playing games at a high frame rate.